Just doing it up. Just doing it up.
Welcome to Just Doing It Up Week 10. It is November 7th. We are right in the meat of the football season, and we're going to get right into it with the Week 9 recap featuring KlevDog.
Week 9 recap. Here we go, baby. Rooster's flight tracking logic did not pan out as he misses on the Dolphins, plus 1.5 in Germany as they fall to the Chiefs 21-14. He answered during Sunday Night Football with his trusty Cincinnati Bengals at -2. Bengals take down the Bills 24-18. Rooster goes to 1-1 on the week and moves 11-6-1 on the season. KlevDog also got caught up in those travel plans to go to Germany, those shenanigans. I missed on the Dolphins at plus 1.5. The Chiefs showed they're here to stay, and the Dolphins have plenty more to prove. I hit on Philadelphia Eagles at -3 later in the day as the Eagles win in a nail-biter at home, 28-23. KlevDog also went 1-1 this week and moves to 10-7-1 on the season. Nipping on the Roosters' heels, or talons. A-Rock watches Giants crumble following Danny Dimes crumble.
I was born with glass bones and paper skin. Every morning I break my legs, and every afternoon I break my arms.
He misses on the Giants at plus 1.5 as the Raiders win 30-6. A-Rock answered during Sunday Night Football as well as he tailed the Bengals at -2. Burrow handles business at home and takes down the Bills 24-18. A-Rock rounds off the main crew and also goes down 1-1. And then that makes him 7-11 on the season. Rumbling, bumbling, stumbling, Steiner goes 0-2 on the week as he misses on Atlanta -4.5, and Josh Dobbs breaks his heart. Vikings beat the Falcons 31-28, and Steiner lost going toe-to-toe with the KlevDog, picking the Cowboys +3 on the road in Philly. Eagles win that game 28-23 in a tight one, and the guest picker record now moves to 0-4 in the season. Sorry, Steiner. The money down parlay got out to a hot start with Steiner's money line pick on Baltimore hitting. The Ravens kicked the absolute shit out of the Seattle Seahawks. Saints squeaked out a fourth quarter tutty to cover the -4.5 alternative spread over the Bears. The Colts handled business down in Carolina for A-Rock. It all came down to Roosters Falcons at alternate -2.5 spread during the witching hour, and Josh Dobbs went into beast mode and ripped our hearts out. Money down parlay does not hit and moves to 4-5 on the season. That's the Week 9 recap. Back to you, A-Rock.
Yeah, thank you, KlevDog, for breaking that down. 7-11, as the Rooster said before the pod, always open for L's, apparently. Don't like being on the negative side. Need to get some taquitos. Need to get some of that pizza flowing. Get these good vibes going. Maybe a little indigestion the next day, but, while you're eating it, it's a good time. So that's how I want to feel this weekend watching the games. Week 9, though, Joe Shiesty saved me 3 units on that one, luckily, on top of the normal unit, so brought my account back from the dead. Three quick hitters for you. The Patriots stink. Terrible football to watch. Had faith in them winning at home against the Commanders, who just had a fire sale. Could not get it done. Arthur Smith is a coward. He should be prosecuted for his use of Bijan Robinson. Rooster.
Yep, I said it last week. He's a fantasy football terrorist. Back to you.
100% true, and I don't know if the Falcons learned how to tackle at training camp. The amount of arms that Josh Dobbs got through scrambling to rip our hearts out and ruin the money down parlay was incredible. And then the Giants have lost by 20 both times I bet them this year. Fuck you, Brian Dable.
Oh, hey, fuck you. Oh, hey, fuck you. Oh, hey, fuck you.
Rooster.
Yeah, man, week 9 was crazy. My favorite, the Bengals, got the job done. I think I had kind of hinted at it. I thought their offense is a little more sustainable than the Bills. They took care of business. You saw Josh Allen had the interception on the sideline, and then Kincaid with the brutal fumble in the fourth quarter late in the game kind of put that one away. Bengals also won time of possession, 36.5 minutes to 23.5. And also a little nugget, the tight ends had a huge game. Kincaid had 10 receptions for 81 yards. Bengals tight ends combined for 10 receptions, 101 yards, and 2 tutties. Big game for the tight ends. My dog, Dolphins +2, did not get the job done. Huge swing going into half when Tyreek fumbled. Chiefs pick it up and take it to the house. That's at least a 10-point swing because they were in Chiefs territory. Could have been 14 because they still had like 47 seconds left. And just when I thought I was out, they pulled me back in.
Just when I thought I was out, they pulled me back in.
Dolphins came fighting back, and I thought there for a second they were going to get it. And then Tua lost all motor functions and completely lost the game there. Had a couple of terrible throws, and then the fumble that was off to his side, couldn't quite get his hands on it, which was rough. So lost the dog, and I also lost the money down parlay for the boys. I was sending apology texts. I feel awful about it. Anytime you're the one guy that gets it wrong, it hurts.
You blew it!
But I will say that was an amazing NFL Sunday. My team wasn't even playing. You had the witching hour, you had the Falcons game, and then the Texans game side by side. Was crazy heading into the 4:00 games. Then you had probably one of the best games of the year to me, that Cowboys-Eagles game. Felt like a little like NFC Conference Championship vibes, very intense. And then obviously had a good matchup for the night game. But overall, great Sunday. Not for my bank account, but I walk away 1-1 for the week. And I think my record is 11-6-1. So I'm pretty happy with that.
Yeah, I hear you, man. It would have been nice if the Dolphins could have got the job done that early window. And it sucks we were robbed of that game ending with Tua just fumbling. That would have been nice to at least see a shot at the end zone. But goddamn, what a slate of games. Amazing Sunday. I'd say the game of the week was Dallas at Philly. That was really good entertainment. I told Steiner that the Cowboys are a good team, but they're just better. They're just matched up against a better team. So that turned out to be true. I told Rooster in the command center while we're watching the games that Cowboys don't pull off this comeback, all the networks are going to be talking about Dak. Oh, he should have got in the end zone. He missed a 2-point conversion.
Scrambling again, trying to run. Is he going to get there?
But he had a great game. He had 66 completion percentage, 374 yards, and 3 tutties, 0 picks. But he didn't get the 2-point conversion. He didn't get the job done. My game ball is going out to the gamer. That's what I'm calling Jalen Hurts. He threw a sexy dime to Devontae Smith at the beginning of like the third quarter. He had a hell of a game. He's playing hurt, so that you gotta hand it to him there. 74% completion, 2 tutties, 0 interceptions. They got a rematch on December 10th. Both teams, their standings, where their record is, it might be different. Yeah, hell of a game. Hell of a cover. I was sweating it out at the very end. Few quick hitters here for you. Packers pissed down their leg in the 20-3 win against the wounded Rams. Bunch of mistakes, but I guess it's evident we're a lot better team with Aaron Jones on the field. But just a couple other things. Zach Wilson can't stop getting sacked on important plays. Wrote that down Sunday. It's like every third down I look up, he's getting sacked. And then the Ravens are turning into a 3-headed monster. Like, they're the best team in the AFC currently. That's what I'm saying. And KlevDog's preseason pick to win the division. But hell of a game. That I'm super pumped Philly covered that. Back to you, A-Rock.
Yeah, great Sunday slate. I mean, I was tuned into games that I didn't even care about. CJ Stroud went off rookie record, so just keep that in mind. 470 yards, 5 touchdowns. He's a savage. Best quarterback in the class. I said that earlier, but I mean that's pretty obvious now. KlevDog.
He limits his picks too. He doesn't turn over the ball. That's huge.
Yeah, that's what you want out of your franchise quarterback. So I think the Texans are going to have to capitalize on his rookie contract and try to make something happen. It's going to be tough with the quick rebuild window with a 5-year contract on that rookie contract till he gets his extension, but going to have to figure that out, see what happens within the coming years here. With that being said, we can move right into Survivor. Browns, blank Cardinals. Pretty easy there. All 4 of us took them. not going to take him again. So good picks there for the pod. Easy last week for us. It gets a little testy now. We're getting into the repeat picks. Can't take them. So, I'm going to go Bengals this week against the Texans at home. I'm going to go against my Stroud boys, the Texans, and pick Joe Shiesty while he's on the hot streak. Hopefully, no issues there, no hiccups. We'll go to the Rooster.
Ooh, that's a frisky one. That's a frisky one going against Stroud. But I'm going to go with the Bills. I think they need a big comeback win here, get back on track. I think they're currently out of the playoff picture, maybe right on the fringe. So they need a W bad. And I think beating the Broncos is a task that they're up for. How about you, Clev?
Yeah, this Survivor League's kind of been interesting this year because I feel like teams are hitting their stride at like different points. But I'm going with Dallas. I haven't picked them yet. Kind of surprising, but yeah, they're going to get up against New York Giants. They're favored by 16. It's a no-brainer. Got them on the board, so Dallas is the pick this week.
Awesome. The edits will be coming out. Are going to be working on the edits for the dual Glizzy Gauntlet this coming Friday. We had a beautiful day for it, so should have some good footage there for you. Probably released either this weekend or next week, so be on the lookout for that. That being said, we'll get into the Glasseater. Last week we had Alvin Kamara, who I think did pretty well. Rooster?
Not by my standards. He had 11 fantasy points. He ran the ball, I think, 9 times for 26 yards. And he had like 5 receptions for 44 yards. I think you mentioned it when I picked him, Aaron. You like jokingly mentioned Taysom Hill. And
That was me.
okay, that soaker went off, dude. He had freaking a passing touchdown, a receiving touchdown. And then like, what did he have? 11 rushes for 52 yards. What a dog. He had 20.62 points. I mean, if you can slide that into the tight end position in your league, that's a huge win. So yeah, he was a little vulture there for me. But yeah, Clef.
He's a Swiss Army knife, but the thing is, it's just a risky play because you can easily have weeks where he gets under like 10 points, so it's just a risk.
Yeah, but I mean, you factor in he's getting 11 rushes. That's like what other tight end is getting that? It's crazy.
And a passing touchdown this week.
Yeah, I mean, last week I was gonna say do a player prop, Taysom Hill passing touchdown, but I just didn't get it off my chest. But anyways, I'm digressing here. Come on. I'm going this week, Amon-Ra St. Brown, the Lions. You look back, Chargers just played the Jets. Garrett Wilson had 7 receptions for 80 yards. I think obviously the Lions offense is much more well suited for the Chargers defense, and that pass rush that was given poor old Zach Wilson some issues yesterday. Yeah, Amon-Ra St. Brown has 5 games over 100 yards, and I think he's missed 2 games this year. So he's a surefire guy to get heavy on yards. Then if you want to parlay that with something, you got Laporta always hitting that over on receptions, and Jahmyr Gibbs anytime touchdown or receptions because he's getting a lot of balls out of the backfield too. But basically just take the Lions defense or Lions offense, excuse me, and watch them cook up on the Chargers.
Hey, I like that. I'll stay away from the game to protect the Lions from them losing every time I bet them, but I do like their offense. I really like Jahmyr Gibbs finding his footing. So hopefully that keeps up against the Chargers, who their defense did look good, but it's the Jets. I mean, come on now. Let's level set there. Hopefully Detroit performs well for you. Time to guess the line. We have San Francisco going to Jacksonville. Duval. What do you got for us, KlevDog?
Okay, Nostradamus KlevDog. Last week I guessed it exactly right. We got 49ers. I think they've lost 3 in a row. Jaguars are kind of rolling. Haven't had a huge test in a while. Both teams coming off a bye week. Jags. Teetering between Jags -3 and -3.5. I'm going to go Jags -3.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
What we got?
I think you're discounting that Chase Young edition more than Vegas is. They got San Francisco road favorites at -3.
Oh my God. Wrong side of the line again. I guess they got Debo back, but still, what the hell? No respect for your Jags, Ryan.
No respect. We're used to it down in Duval. It's fine.
Hey, what happens when the Jags get no respect? Hey, they shocked the world, man. Come on.
I'm gonna get some side action on that. God damn it. So that brings my total. Well, it was at 14 last week. I get 0 points this week since I was on the wrong side of the line. Now I am not on pace to hit my goal of 32. Gonna have to crunch the numbers, or else I'm gonna have to get some drumming lessons soon.
I don't. Doing the quick math, I don't think you can get there with 0 points.
No, that doesn't help. But we're gonna bounce back next week. If not, I mean, if I have a couple more weeks like this, you might see me before the playoffs out on the streets drumming. God damn it.
Hey, maybe we can go to Home Depot, get some buckets and flip them upside down. You can start practicing.
Yeah, I'm thinking like I would like to have one real drum. So anyone got a drum?
Yo, calling drums. You got any drums out there?
Shout out drums.
Hey, shout out drums. Shout out KlevDog for putting this punishment on himself. So we'll see what happens. We'll crunch the numbers. We'll see what we can do. Now to the part of the episode that matters most. We're doing picks. Myself, we need some correction. The boys need to stay hot. We're gonna go with the favorites. We're gonna go to KlevDog.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I'm going with one of Ryan's Glasseaters, a more St. Brown. I got Detroit Lions -2.5 on the road in LA Charger Stadium. I don't know. Chargers are kind of unpredictable team. Their win last night against the Jets, I don't know. Like Jets offense, everyone saw is super terrible. But Detroit got smacked in Baltimore a few weeks ago. They answered with a nice get-right win at home against the Raiders. They're coming off a bye week. I think it's going to be kind of like a neutral game. Every time you go out to LA, like half the fans at least are the opposing team. So with the Lions get off to a hot start in the games, I've noticed that they can really capitalize. So I really need them to get off to a hot start. But Detroit -2.5. That's the pick. To you, Rooster.
I like that pick. I like Detroit this week. I'm going down. I guess I'm going up to the site of where the money down parlay got slaughtered last week. I'm going Saints -2.5. I'm taking them against the Vikings. I think the Falcons let them hang around. They made a couple big mistakes. Honestly, whenever Jaren Hall got hurt, usually when the starting quarterback goes down, you're like, oh man, now they got a backup. I immediately was like, damn, Dobbs is going to come in and have a little magic to him. But yeah, I'm going Saints here. I think they're a little more experienced in those tight games compared to the Falcons. I think that Derek Carr, while he's not like anything crazy this year, I think he can at least keep the offense moving forward. So I'm going Saints. I like their supporting cast. Obviously, I talked about Taysom Hill, Kamara, Olave has been good this year, and then that defense is nasty. I think they've held 5 out of 9 opponents under 20 points this year. So I think that's a recipe to get a dub this week. Kicking it to A-Rock.
Speaking of defense, great transition, Rooster. I like the Steelers defense a lot, and I don't like the Packers because they haven't really proved it to me against any good teams this year. So I like the Steelers this week at home. They're not traveling. They have a long rest from that Thursday night game. So Steelers at home is going to be my favorite. that defense, TJ Watt, just carries, puts Pickett on their shoulders, and take them to the promised land. Hopefully, getting that dub by more than 3 points. We'll see, though. We'll see. And moving into our next picks, we got the underdogs. So, KlevDog, any rebuttal for bashing the Packers?
Hey, you're going against my pack. You're going against my pack. I still can't get over that guess the line. No respect for the Jaguars. They're dogs. They're +3 at home. But you know what? I'm making it personal. I'm going with my Green Bay Packers +3 on the road in Steel City. What this is I have faith in LaFleur to turn it around pick. So put that in quotes. I have faith in LaFleur to turn it around pick. So we didn't look too good against the Rams. They didn't have Matt Stafford in. But I think we're going to build on this. Aaron Jones, we look different with him in the game now. I'm hoping the Steelers offense continues to shit the bed. And I'm going to ride my Green Bay Packers. I'm going to get back on them. And that's the pick. Green Bay +3. What do you got for me, A-Rock?
All I'm saying is the Steelers are going to turn the KlevDog kennel into a kill shelter. That's all. All I got to say, Rooster.
Gosh.
Hey, I don't like the sound of that, but ask what happened to Steiner when he went into the dog pound last week. He didn't come out. He's not on the pod anymore.
He's gone. He's done for.
Head out of here.
Love it. Love the back and forth there. That should be a fun game to watch now. But like Clevy said, the disrespect continues. Am I cheating the system by taking the Jags when they're dogs? Is it fair that they're +3 and I get to take them as my dog on this pick'em pod? This is crazy. I'm going Jags +3. There's been a lot of talk about the Niners getting back guys like Debo, maybe Trent Williams. The Jags are getting back a couple of guys too. They're getting back their starting guard, their starting safety, starting cornerback. I mean, we're getting back some big contributors here. We're at home. Last time we played them in Jacksonville, they beat us pretty bad. That was a long time ago. I think we're still going to be a little pissed about it. And then I think it comes down to our defense. Our defense is playing lights out this year. We give a lot of looks, very confusing defense. We have the most takeaways. We're tied for the most with the Saints in takeaways this year. And we have a great third down efficiency defense. Clevy?
Yeah, so I mean, you guys are rolling. I got your schedule pulled up here. You're coming off bye week, but before that, you beat the Steelers, you beat the Saints, you beat the Colts, you beat the Bills in London, and then you beat the Falcons before that. So I mean, the Bills aren't quite what people thought they were, and I mean, so you're not beating great teams there. So this is going to be a statement win if you can beat the 49ers. And then on the flip side of that, this is going to be the 4th loss in a row for the 49ers if you guys win. That's going to be kind of wild the way the 49ers started. And then if now they have 4 losses in a row, that's going to get the talking heads going. But I'm tuned into this one.
Very much so. I know it's a kind of like a big game for the Niners, but I think also conversely, like if the Jags, we had 4, 6, and 2 teams in the AFC last week. Now we're a game back because we had the bye week. So we need to pick it up here if we want to stay on top in that race for the number 1 seed. So I'm going to go with the Jags. I'm going to do it. What's up?
I wanted to also go with the Jags, but I'm riding my my Green Bay as I have faith in LaFleur to turn it around pick. But I'm going to get some side action on the Jags. I think this is a good spot to buy half a point. I think it's going to be a really tight game. I think if you get the Jags at +3.5 here, I think that's a really good spot. I mean, you can't because that's your dog, but that's going to be my side action. So sprinkle that on.
Hey, any bet on the Jags is a good bet. Kick it to you, A-Rock.
Hey, fair enough. I'm gonna take the Raiders +1.5 in the New York can't travel to Vegas game pick of the year. The Giants blew it last week. They were miserable. The Raiders got the Jets at home now, coming off a hot win, embracing the new leadership. I said it was a dumpster fire last week. I think it was actually putting out the dumpster fire that Josh McDaniels created. Patriot for life. If you saw that article come out, You don't talk bad about the Patriots in Josh McDaniels' locker room, even when you're the head coach of another team. So I think the Raiders are going to keep playing with aggression. They didn't score 20 points all season until last week. I think you know what you're getting with the Zach Wilson, and Max Crosby is going to give him hell on those crucial third downs, like KlevDog mentioned earlier. Now, course correction time, money down parlay time. Need it to hit this week. We need to get back to 500. As KlevDog says, we need to make those pockets deeper. KlevDog, what do you got for the first leg?
Yeah, we need to get that money down parlay. We need to get the gravy train rolling again. Last week, the odds were at plus 445, so a little bit of a longer shot as we recapped. Atlanta burned us on that one. But my pick this week, we got Houston at Cincinnati. The line is -6.5. We're going to go alternate line -3.5. So we're still going to get pretty good odds on that. Bengals have been rolling. I think the Texans are going to come out have a little hangover game after that big time win last week. I like it. To you, Rooster.
Love it. I'm going back to that Detroit LA game. I'm going with Lions money line. I'm liking the way the Lions are playing, especially on offense. And then I called the Chargers Theranos frauds.
You're not an intellectual. You're a fake and a fraud.
A couple weeks ago. I still see it. If you think about that game against the Jets, did they really play that good? The game started out like this. Chargers punt, Jets punt that the Chargers return for a touchdown. Then the Jets fumble, they recover. Chargers punt. Then the Chargers recover another fumble, and they only have to go 50 yards, and it's a 14-point game. After that, there were 11 punts in the first half. I don't think the Chargers are playing that good still. I think they got in the position where they're up 14-0 against an awful offense, and they could just pin their ear back and get after the quarterback. I think the Lions, you can't do that against. They have too many weapons. Quarterback's too savvy. I'm going Lions money line. A-Rock, what's your pick?
Thanks, Rooster. I like that pick. I like KlevDog's pick. I like where we're at. We might not have as good odds as last week, but we're looking, like I said, course correct, looking to get that money back in our pockets. I like what the Ravens are doing at home. They had the last two opponents in there, good opponents on the record books, Lions and Seahawks. A total of, I think it's either 6 or 9 points.
Nice.
Combined. So, I mean, either way, the Ravens are playing out of their mind. 9 touchdowns allowed this season through 9 games. That's it for the Ravens defense. Statistical anomaly, you would say, but the only other team to do that was the 2000s Ravens. So something's brewing in Baltimore, and I hope they just keep rolling. I like the Ravens taking it back a little bit. Ravens -3 alternate spread to round out the parlay. KlevDog?
Yeah, I like it. I think the Ravens are going to roll them. So we got Roosters, Detroit money line. We got Aaron on the Ravens -3, and then me, Cincy -3.5. I just plugged all that in, and we're at plus 321 on the 3-leg parlay. So we're right back in that sweet zone that we like to hit on. We're 4-5 on the parlay on the season, so let's get back to even.
Yep, that's the goal. Just getting that money back from last week. Disappointing week for the pod. You know, we don't mind going 1-1 if the money down parlay hits, but we're not accepting that if it doesn't. So we either got to go 2-0 and miss the money down parlay, or both, or get the money down parlay. But at least if we're missing the money down parlay, we got to hit our picks at 2-0, so that way we're making money. But I don't know. I'm angry. I want to win. What about you guys to wrap it up?
Yeah, I mean, listen, I went 1-1, but I lost the money down parlay in week 9, so I don't feel good about last week. Thank the Lord for Joe Shiesty and the Bengals, but I need to it's a get right week for me. You know, hand up on that last week. I need to do better. But yeah, Clevy, how are you feeling?
I feel good about this week, but let's give a shout out to Steiner. We tried to talk him out of Baltimore last week. We were kind of poo-pooing him. This is a Seattle pod, or at least it was. And Ravens handled business. Steiner hit on his Survivor League pick and his money down parlay. He may be 0-4 as a guest picker on his favorites and dogs, but he did hit on his other picks. So we'll have another guest coming on soon. But yeah, let's have a good fucking week again.
Yeah, let's get after it. Wizards are 1-5. Quick update there. My future is doomed. Wes Unseld Jr. should be fired. He sucks. KlevDog.
Can I get a Johnny Davis update?
Actually, the best plus minus on our team.
Oh.
that lets you know where we're at.
Oh, that's not good. But he did have a Taco Bell commercial. People forget about that.
It's all good. All right, get right week for the pod. I think that's it, unless we have anything else. Cool. Thanks for watching, and catch you guys next week. We're not affiliated with a gambling site or sponsored in any way. If you're going to gamble, please do so responsibly. For gambling problems, call 1-800-GAMBLER.